Ferris State is a very good football team. They have a lot of athletes on their football team on both sides of the ball. And they came out fast, and that's what they've done to a lot of opponents over the course of the season. And they jumped on us and got up to a 21-0 lead. And I thought our kids battled pretty hard. And there was a key spot in the game where we get a third down, big stop, and they're punting out of their end pretty deep. We're thinking we're going to get the ball around midfield. And their punter kicks a 65-yard punt. Great punt for them, great execution. All the rest of the day, I think his punts were about 30 yards, which is about where we had, our returner was set right in that area. And he kicks a boomer and pins us deep, and we can't get out of the hole. They use their timeouts and punch one in right before half to go up 28-0. And that one, was a pretty big swing at that point in time in the game, because we have a chance, if we get the ball at midfield, to go in and score before the end of the half. And again, credit to their kid for executing a great punt, and then them getting a stop, and then they finished a drive off on us and punched one in to go up 28-0 at that point in time. In the second half, our kids came out and they fought and they competed hard, and pleased with that. But we don't want to get off to a slow start. Right. Well, we think we recruited a class, in that class that had a lot of talented folks on it, and a lot of those guys are getting a chance to get on the field and get some of their first real game experience, and some of it's earlier than necessarily what we wanted it to be for them, to that extent that they're having to play. But at the same time, they're getting their chance right now to compete and play and show up and show how they can play. And you've seen it from guys like Kevin Lee and Braxton Blackwell, and Ty Allen got a bunch of snaps this weekend. Those are guys all playing in our defensive backfield, and Jared Smith running the football, and and Louis Tom and Hayden Hudula. We got a lot of guys that are in that class and in that first chance to get experience. Also John Paramsky, Clayton Lynn, so we could go down a whole list of guys that are in that class that are redshirt freshmen that really had a good opportunity to get and have received a lot of playing time. Unfortunately, in a lot of cases, it's because of injuries to some of our older guys. And you'd like none of that to ever happen in college football, that you ever have injuries. But the fact is that they do happen. It does happen. Well, right now, you don't know how things are going to happen as you head into a season and stuff like that. Right now, the combined records of our opponents, not counting our games, is 27-3. It's the toughest, schedule in Division II football, maybe the toughest schedule that anybody's played, in the NCAA to this point in time. But at the same time, we feel like there's a game in there for sure that we had an opportunity, one that came down to the very last play against a team that right now is 6-0. We had a game that we felt like we could have played a little bit better in, against a team that's 5-1. And then of course Grand Valley and Ferris State are 2-3 in the country and going to play each other this weekend in what will be a huge football game. They're both very talented programs, but it gives you a chance to find out and give you a measuring stick. We're not where we want to be right now. We want to be playing with those teams that have those records. That's where we want to be. That's what our goal is. But right now you get a chance to say, okay, we've played those teams. All right, we've played the toughest schedule right now in Division II. How are we going to bounce back and play the rest of the year? We got 4 games left. How are we going to go use what we've learned in those games and move forward to put our best foot forward to try to win every single one of those games that we have the rest of the year? You never sell anybody short ever in this league. Wayne State, again, doesn't have the number of wins that I'm sure that they want to have on this season. So coming in, I suspect that this is going to be a football game that's going to be hard fought. It's going to be a tough game, but Wayne State has talent. The teams in our league all have talent. So there's nobody that you go around and say, hey, this team, is bad. Everybody in our league has good players. So we have to go out, we have to prepare. We have to be ready to handle their speed on defense. They're going to bring a lot of pressure. That's what they've always done. Offensively, they're going to look to run the ball and control it and play action and hit you over the top with some passes, and that's kind of what they've done. So I suspect that it's going to be a hard-fought game, a tough game, and we're going to work our butt off the rest of this week to try to figure out how it is and what we need to do to get a win. And that's a big part of it. If you can establish the run, there's many things that you can do in the pass game, or more things that you can do in the pass game. And all of a sudden, players' eyes in the defensive secondary get a little bit bad, and somebody sneaks in behind them because they start thinking, I got to get up there and play the run. So you have to be disciplined on the back end, and you have to be stout on the front end. And, for us, that'll be a big key to this week defensively. And offensively, we want to get them into that spot where we're able to have some success running the football, and hopefully pop some big runs against some of their pressure, but also see if we can get their eyes to be a little bit bad.